There's a part 3. A little too early there. I hit my stop button and there's no way to start it up again on my phone when I do that. So taking up from where we left off, in part 2 we showed you how to find a URL through radio locator. Click on one of the little links to the left here. All those represent they can stream. Most of them you just click, you get a link almost immediately. In this case, the first one that we pulled up, the link was at the very top. And then you just go back to Orb, and you're going to put that link into here. So we're going to hit Control V. Or you can also right click and choose paste. Now the link's in here. And then you're just simply going to click Submit. Okay. Now return a valid XML file. That's interesting. That link may be down. Let me make sure to play. That's another thing. Sometimes you have to make sure that the file will play. So if you encounter that, just launch up Windows Media Player. And let's see here. Okay. File, open URL. Put the URL right into here and see if it plays. Connecting to it. I'll volume down here so it doesn't blare out. Okay. Okay, it cannot find the link. Sometimes you'll encounter that. Pity it had to be on the first one. But if the radio locator site does not update their links, you're going to encounter that. And if you encounter that, you just move to the next one. So we'll just go to the one at the very top here, which says it's in Winnipeg, CHIQ 94.3. Let's hit that link. Okay, this means this must be in Canada. Yeah, Winnipeg. Okay, let's get back into the States here. Here's another one. Okay, it's another link.
Wireless account for just $15. Plus your first month of service is free. See store for details.
There we go. That one works. We know we heard some music or advertisement comes from that. And that one was called. I'll have to go back and say, okay, what was this one called? I just kind of highlight it, copy it, and I put it back into Orb. You can name it whatever you want. Like if you know what the station is, you know, you can go in there and this was. Okay, now you might encounter this too. It's very common to encounter this. Apologize for the zoom, for the lack of. It's going to ask you which URL you want to choose. A lot of times it lists or links to more than one because that was an ASF file. So that means it provides the system with different links. If one it doesn't work, you can move to the next one, the next one, the next one, so on. It's backup basically. It's a backup file. So you just simply click one of the links. It will pop up an option. Yep, there we go. Sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. And we're going to set it up so it plays right here in the Flash player. I don't want it to go into Windows Media. It's too hard. Oh. Okay, now this is also something you need to keep track of. The Orb streaming media client is trying to connect. That means Windows Media streaming is what the player uses when it streams out. So that's another thing to keep in mind when you're streaming. Don't be downloading any files, big files. Okay, we're going to go into General right here, and we want it to open up in the Flash player, and we want it to open up in the window so we don't have to start a new one up. And all you have to do is just double click it, and it'll open right up into the same browser window. Well, it's supposed to. it doesn't, it'll give you the option to open it up, and what it'll do then is it'll pass it over to Windows Media. Or whatever I've got programmed in here. Yep, access. Now see if this will play. Okay, play there. And now, one thing you'll need to find out too, if it's of interest to you, is to what the stream broadcasts at. Let's see. This media player, I'd have a better chance to. So let's start it up again here. Let's see, analog and contain folder. I can let you see some of this here because some of it's got my name, but we're going to tell it to open up with Windows Media Player instead. Tell it to open up in Windows Media. Try again. I know that link's valid. Just playing it. Loving problems happen when things are being done live. Let's go back into as it was working. In case the link goes out after. It must only work for that one time when you select it. This is live, folks, so normally this always works. There we go. And it must only be a valid link for once you close it out. The link dies off. Okay. Okay, it says right now it's playing at 40 kilobytes a second. I can't zoom in so you can see it first. I don't listen to popular music much. But that was streaming at 40 kilobytes now on your phone. That's not going to sound incredible. Believe it or not, 40 kilobytes is actually not going to sound half bad. You'd be surprised. But that's adding a radio link. Let's do another one here. Let's switch over here. Let's go to the end of the line here. Let's just pick one at random here. This is in let's go one page back. I'll just pick Washington, D.C., why not? WRQX. I don't have Windows Media Player set up to stream here. It's a link at the very top. This is the link I think you can use. We'll find out. Now what you need to do, and a lot of them, is test the link out before you put it in there. Make sure that it actually will play. You just copy it. And then you put it into Windows Media Player there. Open URL and click play. Yeah. The links are down. They change them, and Ready to Locator doesn't always get them. I know this isn't the best of tutorials. Let's try Rome, Georgia. You have the barking in the background there. Some dogs. Okay, let's try this in Windows Media Player then. Let's see here. Windows Media. Open URL because it's a URL link. There. Come on. There we go. Let's provide the URL now. Alright, play it. No, it's not playing either. So we're going to pause it here. We're going to let the dogs finish their barking, and then we'll start up again.